Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Here's the Cobra. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got T. Silk is out there with Bottoms. And there's Money. And it's Mr. Fundamentals in at the 2.
That's his first personal foul. At the line. White. At the line for 2.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. So it's the visitors now. Pass to Silk. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Good on the shot. Here's the Cobra. To the inside, Insanity, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's the Cobra. Passes it to Doc. Here's the Cobra. Inside. No good with the layup.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Through the first quarter. And he drops it in from the low post. To the paint. A solo fast break. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. That's
Expect him to make upset with that one.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's the Cobra. The pass to Don. Pass to McCormick. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. And this game is tied up now.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Shooting 2. And the first one at the line is good. And so he's able to get one of two. They've been trailing for a few minutes here.
But that could change right here.
Here's Wiley. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Howard. And the shot is good. Howard's got 5. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here is Doc. Passes it to McCormick. Here is Doc. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That 3 off the mark. Now, here's Howard. He has 5. There's the pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Back to Howard. It's deflected. Tries again. Pass to Bailey. Pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Tries yet again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. The erasers checked in for Bottoms. That one is no good. Here is Doc. He's guarded by Howard. Wiley. He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Johnson, he's checked in for T. Good on the second free throw. And here is Howard. 5 points in the game. Passes to Silk. Fires, high post. No good on the shot.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Here's Insanity. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Shoots. And the shot is long.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit Man, they are battling.
Boy, Greg, neither team willing to give an inch and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Mr. Fundamentals passes to Howard. It's good. Howard's got his third basket of the night.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
D passes to McCormick. Six to shoot. The pass to Don. From deep. Rebounded by Howard.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Mr. Fundamentals passes to Morrow. 2 points. That one goes.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here is Doc. The Cobra passes to D. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Here is Elliott. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, great possession there. Anytime you end up at the rim with a high percentage look, perfect.
D covered by Elliott. Here's D. That one's not going to go.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward. Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Down low, there's McLemore, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Here is Elliott. Pass to Silk. To the middle. Here's Morrow. It's blocked. Second shot opportunity. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Johnson outside. Pass to Insanity. D passes to D. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Just barely too late, and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
.125 left in the first quarter of the game. Here is Elliott. The pass to Silk. Dishes it to Morrow. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Absolutely stone cold at the line thus far.
It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Morrow drops them both. 1:12 left to play in the first quarter. D passes to Insanity. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. So he gets them both. Here's Thunder. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Johnson left side. A second chance effort, and he sinks the layup.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
D passes to McLemore. Here's Insanity, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
At the line for 2.
The first one falls. He hits both from the stripe. Here is Elliott. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Thunder. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Here's Insanity. He has 6. One second left, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The away team leading by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Here's Thunder. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The eraser is out there with Johnson. And there's Bottoms, and it's Thunder, and it's Elliott in at the point guard. Clock at 6. Here's Johnson. It's not going to go for him. Johnson's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. D covered by Elliott. Here's D. The 17-footer goes down.
setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Thunder passes to Johnson. To the inside. And he banks in the layup.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
D passes to Insanity. Now McLemore knocks down the three ball.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Passes it to Thunder. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here is Elliott. Pass to Johnson. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. Now the pass to D. And it's blocked. And he gets it back. Pass to Insanity. Kicks it out to Johnson. A three ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Johnson's got his first 3 points of the game.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Johnson surveying the floor. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
Boy, doesn't get any easier than that. What a size advantage, and just goes to work.
D passes to Insanity. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Kicks it to G. Pass to Morrow. Got a hand on it. Pass to McLemore. Here's Insanity. Back to McLemore. Kicks it out to Johnson. Over G. A shot by Johnson, no good.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Teams changing it up here. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the pass to Dom. In the corner, it's McLemore. Pocket 2. Good on the three-point shot.
Just so many lead changes. Nobody's held an advantage for long.
Pass to Howard. Passes it to Bailey. Puts up a 3. The shot missing. A tight game here in Atlanta. Johnson inside. Here is Doc. Johnson outside. The shot. Can't nail the jumper. The pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Misses off the left iron. Mr. Fundamentals gone just 1 of 5 from the field. Here is Doc. Pass to Wiley. Johnson against Howard. Pass to Wiley. Over Howard. The shot by Wiley, no good. Wiley's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Here's Bailey. It's rebounded by McLemore. Johnson outside. Passes to McCormick. Back to Johnson. The pass to Doc. Back to Johnson. Pass to McCormick. Pass to Wiley. And they pick up 2. Wiley's got 8 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Passes it to Howard. Bangs home the trifecta.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's Johnson. And there's the pass to Wiley. From 8. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
I'll tell you, he's having his way right now in the second period. Forget the first quarter. Let's get to work.
Howard, the pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Here's Bailey. Pass to Morrow. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Mr. Fundamentals gotten just 1 of 6 shots to fall here. The shot's good. 5 points in the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Johnson's gone 2 of 4 from the field. Howard, the pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Pass to Morrow. Low block shot. And he gets it to go.
And that's right where they want it to go with the ball in rhythm.
And the home team has possession. It's a 3-point game. The Cobra passes to Doc. Now here's McLemore. Passes to McCormick. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Howard. There's 1:54 left in the first half of basketball. It's stolen by Johnson. And here's the fast break. Here's McCormick. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. The Cobras got 5 points so far.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Here's Morrow. 10 points for him. Out to the right wing. There's the pass to Howard. Just 4 to shoot. And the 3 ball is good. 13 points in the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Here's the Cobra. He's got 5, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. The Cobra's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. 59 seconds left in the first half. Mr. Fundamentals passes to Morrow. Howard with it. Now defended by McLemore. Howard tries in. Yep, it counts. Howard's got 8 points in the quarter.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Here's the Cobra. He's got 8. Knock the pass to Wiley. Here's the Cobra. Pass to McLemore. Over Howard. McLemore, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Silk. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
One shot.
And that one misses. Here's the Cobra. He's guarded by Howard. G dishes to Johnson. Here's Elliott. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The home team leading by just 1. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back from the first half. Been a dandy so far. A dandy. You like that? Taking a look at this home squad. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, they were consistent from downtown.
That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. What a game we're seeing from Money.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. They've got Doc. G out there with Wiley. Then there's Insanity, and it's McCormick in at the 1. Here's Howard. It's deflected. Fast break. Here they come. Money out there with Mr. Fundamentals. And there's Bottoms. Then it's T. And it's Silk in at the small forward. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Pass to Bailey. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. 5 on the clock. Passes it to T. So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line. one is off. And he sinks the second. Here's the Cobra. The pass to Wiley. Here's Insanity. Off target at the rim.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Here's the Cobra. He's got 11. The layup off target. They've got the opportunity to get the lead back.
And they've been waiting for this chance all game long.
Silk passes to Howard. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Takes it off the glass.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Here's the Cobra. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Insanity. Good, nice job down low. Insanity's got 8 points. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Now, here's Howard. He's guarded closely. They get it back. Bailey's gone 1 of 4 so far. Pass to Insanity. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's McCormick. Here's Wiley. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. 12 points for him.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass. I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Doc the pass to Wiley. Here is Doc. To the paint. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Thunder's checked in for money.
One shot.
Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Silk. Picked him clean. There's Insanity. He's got 8. Rebounded by Bailey. There's the pass to Silk. Shot clock at 5. That's tipped. And they're running. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the triple. 6 points for D.
And there's typically going to be some space when you're out in transition and you do just kind of venture out to that three-point line.
Here's Bailey. Here's Thunder. They swipe it. Lays it in off the breakaway. The Cobras got 5 points in the quarter.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
Johnson is checked in for Bobby. The visitors with the ball. They trail by 11. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Pass to Thunder. Inside. Passes it to Silk. 5 to shoot. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. They grab their own miss. The shot by Johnson, no good.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
At the line, Insane.
He's off on the first. McLemore's checked in for D. He hits the second from the line. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you. And you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. He has 6. Lays it up and banks it in. 11 points for Insanity.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Tipped away. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. D, he's checked in for Doc. On defense, the home team. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Down low. Here's Morrow. Wiley with the rebound. Wiley's got 8 rebounds in this game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his second personal foul. At the line, D. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. The visitors with the ball. It's a 16-point game. Mr. Fundamentals passes to Johnson. Here's Silk, and it's blocked. Here's D. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for Johnson. He's checked in for the Cobra. Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half. And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
They need this, and it's blocked. D covered by Elliott. D passes to Wiley. Johnson surveying the floor to the right side. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Wiley. Tries again. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here is Elliott. And the pass to Mr. Fundamentals. It's blocked. Wiley. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. He's got 6. Spiked away. Fast break. Here we go. Here's D. And he lays that one in. D's got 8.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Now here's Johnson. He has 5. D, covered by Elliott. And the shot goes down. 10 points for D. They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen so far, guys, don't hold your breath.
Here is Elliott. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. But they recover it.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
Here's D. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Here's Silk. He's guarded by Johnson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The first one called. Howard's checked in for Mr. Fundamentals. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Insanity, covered by Elliott. And there it is for him. Insanity's got 7 points for the quarter. Now Howard. He's got 15. Johnson dishes to G. With 1 on the clock. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the home team cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. D out there with Johnson. Then there's Wiley. Then it's D, and it's Insanity in at the small forward position.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Here's Bailey. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it up. A nice shot by Howard.
You know what, didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points. Johnson
against Howard. Pass to D. Myers, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
Here's T. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. And it's 7 points for T.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Johnson against Howard. Insanity. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
You know, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing. He was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
Here is Elliott. Howard with it. The shot from 20 feet away. They get it back. Johnson, good.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's the Cobra. Knock the pass to Wiley. Clock at 4. From about 19 feet. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket. The Insanity's gone 6 of 12 in the game from the floor. Howard dishes to Johnson. And they're moving it up. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Feeds it to Johnson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
He got a little ahead of himself there trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Silks checked in for Johnson. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Passes it to D. Here's the Cobra. Pass to Wiley. To the paint. Here's McCormick. Wiley the pass to McCormick. That shot is no good. His 5th miss now in 12 tries. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
In basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
And he can't get the first one. second free throw, good. And so here's the home team. 22 is their biggest lead. Doc the pass to D. Got a piece of it. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. The pass to Doc. Lets it go from deep.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Here's Silk. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Drills it from outside.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Pass to Wiley. Passes it to McCormick. Shot clock at 6. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Over to the left wing. T. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. And that's 10 points for T.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
Here's Insanity. No good that time.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Wiley with the rebound. Here's the Cobra. Now the pass to D. And that one is hammered home.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Well, Greg, coaches call that doing your work early. If you are there defensively, it really does not allow for him to establish that kind of excellent positioning down low.
Silk passes to Howard. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Ball's knocked loose. Here's the break. Doc the pass to D. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
They get it again, and it's blocked. Here's the break. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Wiley with the rebound. 3-on-3. Here's Doc. Good on the triple.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
T. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Of course, it seems like Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is one of the most well-liked commissioners in all of sports worldwide. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think he was amongst the most important members of the staff of his predecessor, David Stern, who obviously oversaw the greatest growth in NBA history. The NBA became a global game. But Adam Silver didn't skip a beat. He is a great listener, a great communicator, and I've said this about the NBA for a very long time. It is a league that is in constant self-evaluation process. It is always looking for ways to improve the league, whether that means organizationally or with the play between the lines, and that's all you can ask for, Kevin.
The Erasers checked in for Bonds.
You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line, really since we came out of the half.
Pass to Don. Here's Insanity. Passes to D. 5 on the clock. Pulls from the top of the key. Morrow with the rebound. Morrow's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Howard up on top. And there's the pass to Silk. Pass to Howard. Fires for three. The shot will not fall. Here's the Cobra. He's guarded by Howard. The Cobra passes to Wiley. Hiring college basketball coaches has been kind of hit or miss, Doris. Why do you think that's so?
Well, obviously, coaching in college and coaching in the NBA are drastically different things. As a college coach, you've got to be concerned about the eligibility of your young men. You've got to be recruiting the next crop, even while you're coaching your current group and your current roster. In the NBA, you get to focus exclusively on coaching. You're not talking about recruiting. You're not having to deal with anything other than grown men who have a desire for greatness in the NBA. And I think so much of it doesn't necessarily mean success or failure whether you come from college or not. Success in the NBA is a multifaceted proposition. So I don't necessarily define it as, oh, this guy came from college, this guy came from the European leagues, this guy has been an NBA assistant. So many things go into it, Kev.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Pass to Howard. Knocked loose. Here's the Cobra. Pass to Wiley. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
Poked away. Six to shoot. Here's D. Drills the three-pointer.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
The pass to T. From the arc. Hits it from three-point range.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's the Cobra. 30 seconds left in the fourth. It's good.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Pass to Howard. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Here's Morrow. And shot off. And so the home crowd treated to a win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.